Both my sister and I, who both farm at home, also have off-farm jobs as well, because there just simply isn't enough money in the beef industry to be able to be there full-time. We'd both like to be there full-time, but it's just simply not possible.
That to me is what farming is come to now, where, you know, if you want to continue to farm, you have to have the secondary income, or you have to have a spouse that has a very good off-farm income as well, just to make sure that you can continue to farm.
My grandparents didn't have to have a second job. My father drove a school bus. That was his second job. But they didn't have to have the second jobs. And it's too bad today that our generations have to have the second job. A farm should support the farm family. And I'm not sure why the government doesn't see this.
My son now has gone out to work full-time, like I'm lone man. And if anybody would have ever told me, like at 53 years old, you'd be lone man on 300 sows farrow to finish, like I'd have laughed at them when I was 33 years old, let alone 53 years old.
Where years ago, all I could think about is, wow, where will I be in the next 5 years? Now I think, gee, will I still have what I have in the next 5 years?
My son is quite enthusiastic with growing hogs, but it doesn't seem to make much sense to him.
And then when it came time to start making some long-term plans, my son and I consulted about it, and I asked him if he wanted to farm in the future, and basically he says, "Dad, I see how hard you work, and I see what little money you get." And he said, "I don't think there's much of a future in it." And I said, "Son, that's the only time I'm going to ask you," because truly I felt the same way. The last 10 to 12 years have been terrible in this pig industry, and both his mother and myself felt that he would have a much better, secure future out of agriculture, and that's very unfortunate.
It's very alarming that the average age is creeping up to 60 years of age. What is going to happen? Who are going to buy these farms? We all can't keep going forever.
Yeah, the average age is very, very alarming. I look at the pig industry as much as anything because that's a business that we're involved with. But I try to look at how many young people are coming on stream in the last 10 or 15 years. And other than the likes of my son that's involved with our business, or yourself involved in the family business, I don't think there's hardly a person that has started from scratch on their own anymore as a young person. And that is sad. So we're looking at a whole generation here that if things don't turn around, we're going to lose a whole generation of producers. And I don't know if our industry can survive that.
Well, I think if young people aren't enticed into the industry down the road, our future, I don't know. I think it might be just a big, large corporate farm. I got a feeling that there'll be 2 or 3 holders that run all the land, and then you'll have basically, people that rent houses, and that's about it. Like, I mean, you need households. That brings on communities. There's a whole network of things we're going to lose if the young people leave the side roads, or if they don't see a future in it. Then I just don't see how that's going to translate into anything positive.